Hey friends, it's Laura here at Lalo Yoga and Wellness, ready for another practice today. Today we're going to be focusing on sun salutations. Not your everyday sun salutations though. We're going to be throwing in some options and variations for the flow portion. Traditionally it's that plank, chaturanga, cobra or up dog to down dog. And that's great and I love it. But sometimes I want to do something different. Sometimes my body's getting a little tired. Sometimes maybe I'm dealing with a little bit of a shoulder issue or a back issue or something else that makes me not so into that whole plank chaturanga situation. So we're going to be showing some things that you can do instead. Let's get started. Let's find any seated position that you feel comfortable with today. And first and foremost, just let yourself be. Start to feel how your body's feeling today, noticing anything that's a little tight, or maybe you're feeling loose, maybe you feel relaxed. Just paying attention to how your body is feeling. Then we start to turn our attention to our thoughts. Maybe you have a lot of thoughts running around today. It feels busy in there. Or maybe you're already relaxed. But let's just notice the thoughts that are going through our head. Remembering we can just let them run around, slide into our consciousness and slide right back out. They're just thoughts. And they don't have to mean anything unless we want them to. If you want to keep your eyes open, you can do that. Maybe take a soft gaze at one place on the floor. Or if it feels good, you can start to close your eyes. We start to find our breath. Feel it in your body. Noticing it with your thoughts. And then we start to put those two together. Letting us slow the breath down. Maybe we take a deeper breath or a longer breath, or maybe both. And as we inhale, we start to lengthen out through the spine. And as we exhale, we just allow the muscles to begin to relax a little bit. Give yourself 2 more full, high-quality breaths, just like this. On your next breath, we're going to begin moving along with that breath. So take your arms out to the side. Maybe we start blinking the eyes open. Reaching high as we breathe in, following the fingertips with our gaze. Exhale, and just let the chin drop to the chest. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, allowing that chin to drop. Let's take one more breath this way. And let your left hand come to your right knee, taking your right hand behind you, almost like the back of a chair, giving your back a little bit of support. As we breathe in, we sit a bit taller, and as we exhale, deepen the twist just a little bit more. One more time, deep breath. Exhale. Inhale, bringing both hands in the body to the center. Exhale, let's take that twist to the other side. Right hand to the left knee, left hand behind you, gentle twist, just looking over the shoulder. Inhale, sit a bit taller. Exhale, deepening the twist. And one more time. Inhale, reaching both hands high, returning to the center. Exhale, let the arms come down along beside you. I'm just going to take a couple of rolls here through the shoulders. Loosen it up. Let's go the other way. A little shrug up and down. Loosen up through the wrist. Anytime you start to feel a little bit of tension building in your neck or your shoulders or your wrists, come back to these easy rotations and just loosen it back up. Let's bring our hands down to the mat now, coming into tabletop position. You want to spread the fingers out nice and wide so you can see the mat between your fingers. We lengthen out through the spine. Knees are directly underneath the hips, tops of the feet on the mat for table pose. Take a quick check into your neck and ensure that we're pulling the shoulders away from the ears. So there's a lot of space between the neck and the ears. Let's take a deep breath, lift the gaze, let your belly drop, tipping your tailbone toward the ceiling for cow pose. Exhale, scoop the hips under, round the spine, tuck the chin, looking toward your thighs, cat pose. Inhale and lift. Exhale, round the spine. And return to your tabletop. Anytime you start to feel too much pressure on the wrists, you can always bring these fists on top of the mat or even use your blocks to take a little bit of the pressure out of the hands. Moving into our first balancing posture, inhale, reaching through the right hand and the left leg. We want to level out our hips here. Arm and leg equal distance off the floor, spreading the fingers, spreading the toes. Your foot's flat like you're kicking through that wall behind you. Inhale, reach through the fingers, reach through the heel. Exhale, round the spine. Let's bring our elbow and knee together, tucking the chin in. Inhale and reach. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale to table. Take a cow and cat right here. And return to table. Let's take that bird dog now on the other side, reaching through the left arm, the right foot. Fingers and toes wide, equal distance, leveling out the hips. Making sure we're not collapsing into the shoulder, but we're still maintaining that space along the neck. Inhale, reach through the fingers and the heel. Exhale, rounding through the spine. Inhale and reach. Exhale. Inhale and reach. Exhale. Inhale and reach. Exhale, returning to table. One more round of cow and cat. From here, we're going to explore some plank variations. Please keep these variations in mind as we move through our sun salutation options, because you may want to employ some of them, and feel free to do so at any point in time. Starting out with a traditional plank, reach each leg back, hands right underneath your shoulders. Your spine is nice and long. We can drop down onto the knees. Notice that the spine is still nice and long. It's not a table. The knees are set back behind us. Now shift your weight into the right side, keeping your right knee down. Extend the left leg and arm. Arm goes up high, leg goes out long for a side plank. Option here would be to extend the right leg with your feet staggered. You can even put the feet on top of each other to stack them up. Take your gaze back down to your mat. Reach the hand down. Turn the body to the mat. Come back on your knees. And let's take that to the other side. Shifting your weight to the left. Extend the right leg. Extend the right arm high. Gaze might be up toward that right hand, or forward, or down to the floor. Same options. Stagger the feet if you want to extend through the left leg, or even stack the feet on top of each other. Looking down to the mat, bring your hand to the floor, knees to the floor, forearms to the floor for another plank option. You can have your knees down or tuck your toes for a hovering plank. Shift your weight forward slightly and we lower down, keeping the elbows tucked in close, elbows underneath your shoulders, moving into baby cobra. Inhale, slight extension here at the elbows, gaze is straight ahead. Exhale. If that felt good on the low back, maybe you want a little bit more. Extend the arms all the way, lift the gaze toward the ceiling for full cobra. Exhale. If you'd like a little more power, up dog. Extend the arms, lift the gaze, and lift the legs. Exhale. And we tuck the toes. Lift the hips high. Maybe you come into a half plank first and lift those hips to come into your downward facing dog. Pedal out the legs, let them feel loose. We want to shift as much weight as we can to the middle of the palm, right at the base of your fingers. Protecting your wrist. Let's come up on all 10 toes. And then slowly begin to release the heels toward the mat. Maybe they touch, maybe they don't. We want to keep the arms long and the spine long. So maybe that means that we add a little bit more bend to the knees, and that's okay. The goal here is that long arm, long spine. Let your shoulder blades slide toward your hips and away from the spine, maybe kind of like screwing the hands into the mat, pointing your middle fingers toward the upper corners of the mat to create some space through the neck. Inhale, lift your gaze toward the top of the mat, bending the knees. Take a few small steps to bring yourself back to the top of the mat. Big toes together, knees are bent. Resting your belly on top of your thighs, grabbing your opposite elbows, and allowing your head to hang for rag doll. You can stay here, or you can just move this around gently. Always an option in place of a forward fold. Let's find some stillness here in the center. Release your arms to the floor and start to find some length in the legs. Forward fold. Gaze is at the knees or toward the back of the mat. Maybe even bringing your hands to the back of the thighs, drawing your body closer. Maybe your hands are resting on some blocks. Tenting your fingers now, place them on the front of the shins. Lift the upper body until it is parallel to the floor. Lengthen out through the spine for this halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, slowly rolling up, one vertebra at a time. Little squeeze here through the glutes. Let the hips push forward slightly. Inhale, reaching out and up. Little mini back bend at the top of the chest. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale and reach. Exhale, reaching your right hand back, your left hand forward, working the hips to stay forward. Take a standing twist, looking over your right fingertips. Inhale, sweep the right hand down, face front, pick up that left hand. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale and reach. Exhale, taking that twist to the other side. Working the hips forward. Maybe you find it's a bigger twist on one side than the other. That's pretty normal. Inhale, sweep the left hand down, face forward. Pick up the right hand, exhale, cactusing the arms. Inhale and reach. And let's bring these hands to heart center. Take a breath here, maybe shake it out if you need a little shake and boogie. I'm a wiggler, so I like to wiggle. Put a little wiggle in there. And then we start to find that stillness in the body once again. Let's bring the hands to heart center and find an arrow mudra with the hands. So lace your last 3 fingers, put your pointer and your thumb together, and bring it right to heart center. We start with a scoop down and up and a nice deep breath in. Exhale, release the hands, forward fold, maybe ragdoll, gazing at the knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands on the floor, bring your knees directly under your hips for table. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Returning to table. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, down dog. 1 full breath in and out, sliding those shoulder blades down and away from the spine. Step or hop to the top of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Pause here, take a breath. Arrow mudra. Inhale, upward salute. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the neck. Exhale, plant the hands, step back into plank, any plank version that you prefer. Chaturanga. Inhale, baby cobra, full cobra, or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Pause here for a breath. Inhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep out and up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Pause here. Those are the 2 variations that I typically teach in my classes so that people have those 2 options. But we're going to start to dive a little bit deeper today, and you can start to play with it just a little bit and see what you like to do. Find your arrow mudra. Inhale, upward salute. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, planting the hands, stepping back, finding your plank. Any version you want. Come to the side, moving your whole body like one unit for a side plank. Bring the gaze back to the mat. Inhale, lifting through the right arm. Exhale, lift the hips high. Downward facing dog. 1 full breath in and out. Inhale, step or walk to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep out and up. Exhale, hands to heart. Arrow mudra. Inhale, upward salute. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to mat, step back into plank. Remember, any version you want, you could be here taking a knee plank. This time we're going to lift that left hand, but keep your gaze toward the mat to make your side plank more of a twist. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale, right hand high. Keeping that gaze at the mat. Open as much as you can through the torso. Exhale, plant the hands. Tuck the toes. Downward facing dog. One full breath in and out. Step or hop to the top. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep out and up. Exhale, hands to heart. Take a breath. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Little squeeze again through those glutes, don't forget it. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, right hand reaches back while we keep the hips and the left arm reaching front. Take a full breath. Inhale, sweep the right hand down, face front. Pick up the left hand, cactus the arms. Inhale and reach. Exhale, left hand reaches back, right hand reaches forward, still working those hips toward the front. Arms are here at the shoulder line. Inhale, sweep the left hand down, face forward, pick up the right hand. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale and lift. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Press the hands out in front and flip those palms until the palms are facing each other. Take a deep breath and then exhale, round through the spine, tuck the chin. Inhale, release the hands, lace them at the back of the spine, and lift the hands, lift the chest. Release to mountain pose. Take a breath. Bringing our hands to heart center. Find your arrow mudra. Inhale, scoop down, then up. Exhale into your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, planting your hands, step back into plank. Finding that plank bird dog, lift the left hand and right leg, pulling your left hand into the armpit, knee in to the chest. Twist to this left side, reach the left hand high. Exhale, put that hand down, put the foot down. Changing sides, right arm, left leg. Pull the knee and the elbow in. Twist to the right. Reach the hand high. Exhale. Hand and foot down. Lift the hips high. Downward facing dog. Take a breath. A lot of balance there. Step or hop to the top. Halfway lift. Exhale. Forward fold. Inhale, sweep out and up. Exhale, hands to heart. Take a breath. Arrow mudra. Inhale, upward salute. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Step back into plank. Pause here. Walk down, left arm, then the right. Walk back up, left arm, then the right. Walk down, right arm, then the left. Walk up, right, up, left. Lift the hips high. Downward facing dog. Step or hop. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep out and up. Exhale, hands to heart. Take a breath. Inhale, sweep the arms high. Cactus. Inhale and reach. Exhale, right hand back, left hand forward. Inhale, sweep down and up, face front. Cactus. Inhale and reach. Exhale, taking that twist to the other side. Inhale, sweep down and up. Cactus the arms. Inhale and reach. Hands to heart center. Pause here. Inhale, sweep up and out. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, ragdoll. Reaching for the opposite elbows. Move it around. We're going to bring our hands down to the floor. Heel toe your feet out. How wide really depends on your own body. I'm going to start to lower the hips down. We want to keep the heels grounded. So maybe you keep your squat here. Maybe you bring in a block to give you some extra support. Maybe you take that block away. You let the hips come down, the chest lifts high, elbows are just inside the knees, and you've got your hands on your opposite elbow. If you want a little bit more pressure in the hips, bring those hands together for a slightly bigger hip opener. You decide what feels good to you. We're going to stay here for 3 breaths. And we slowly come down to the floor. I'm going to drop your left knee to one side, right knee pointing in the same direction. So they're both shifting off to the left. Fingertips on the floor. And we lift up and to the other side. To the center and to the other side. If you want to get a little bit more challenge in that hip opener, take the hands away. One more to the right. We come back to the center. Nicely done. Bring those legs to a nice seated position. Let's take a deep breath up. Dropping your hands behind your head, lace your fingers, thumbs come down the neck. Just let the hands rest on the back of the head. We're not pulling on it. We're just giving a little bit of extra weight to release any tension that was built up throughout our practice today. Inhale and reach. Left hand to the floor. Let's bring the ear to the other side and bring your right hand on top of the side of your head. Again, not pulling, just creating a little bit of weight to lengthen out along the neck. Inhale and reach. Exhale, switching sides. Inhale and reach. Exhale, bring those knees up. Put your hands on the front of the knees and slowly begin to roll yourself down to the floor. Draw the knees in with you. Hands right on top. I'm going to take a gentle roll side to side. Just rocking and feeling the floor, giving you a little bit of a back massage. And then we take those knees in a big circle one way and around the other. Come back to neutral. Take a deep breath. Allow your lower belly to fill up and push your thighs away. Exhale and draw the knees in. Release all that air in the lungs. One more time, deep inhale. Exhale. And release your feet down to the floor. We're going to take our arms out wide like the letter T and extend straight up through your left leg. Cross that ankle over the right knee. And just allow the gentle stretch of the hips here. If you want a little bit more opening, you can take your hand and gently press on the inside of your left thigh. Slide the ankle a little bit further down the leg. Reach through that window and wrap your hands around the back of your right leg or maybe the right shin. You can always use a strap here to help extend the length of your arms. And then we place the right foot on the floor, extend the left leg high, bring your hands behind your calf or behind the thigh, point and flex the toes, and then rotate through the ankle one way and around the other. Allow your lower back to just melt into the floor here. It's very connected. The floor is supporting you. And we begin to bring that left leg down. Step up through the right, cross the ankle over the knee. And again, option to put a little extra pressure on the inner thigh to open up the hip slightly. We pull the right ankle a little further down the left thigh, reach through, wrapping around the back of the thigh or maybe the shin. Going for a bit deeper into the glutes on this stretch. Left leg comes to the floor. Let's extend up through the right leg. Hands on the calf or the thigh. Point and flex the toes. Really work through that ankle and the toes. Slowly rotating through the ankle one way and back around the other. And we bring both feet to the floor, to the edges of your mat. Let the knees fall together and let the arms just rest alongside your body, wherever they feel comfortable. You can just take a moment here in your restorative pose, or if you prefer, extend the legs out as we move into Shavasana. Just taking a moment to thank our bodies for working hard. Even if we fall out of the pose sometimes, that's okay. Just get back into it. That's life, right? You fall down, you get right back up. And start to release any tension you're feeling around your scalp, into your eyes, softening even your eyebrows, your forehead, smoothing out your face, right down to the throat, the back of your neck, into your shoulders, all the way through the arms, elbows, wrist, and fingers. You feel the rise and fall of the chest, your heart beating heavy right in the center of the chest. And start to soften down into the hips, the thighs, your knees, ankles, right down to the toes. Take as much time as you like in your Shavasana. And when you feel ready, you start to slowly bring yourself back to your body, moving up into a seated position. We take our final breath together in our practice today. Inhale, reaching out and up. Exhale, bringing those hands to heart center. May you have peace in your thoughts, kindness in your words, and hope in your hearts. From my heart to yours, namaste.